Have you ever wondered how people slow down and speed up their favorite songs, or how someone sounds super crisp and clear on the microphone like a professional podcast? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to do that using this free software called Audacity. Audacity is a free audio editing and recording program that music and podcast producers use to obtain the best sound possible, and you'd be surprised in just a click of a button how it can transform a cheap recording to sound like it's coming from a professional studio. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to download and use the basic functions of Audacity, how to slow down and add reverb or speed up any audio at a high quality, and how to adjust your settings for any voiceovers that sound like it's coming from a professional podcast. With that being said, don't feel intimidated at all. I know how nerve-wracking it can be coming across new software at first, but Audacity is honestly such a simple and helpful tool that I wish more people knew about, and with me guiding you step by step along the way, you literally cannot fail. So let's play that intro and get started.
What will you do if I am infected? Cure me?
First, go to Audacity website and go to downloads. To save yourself from doing extra steps, don't download the version you see on the home screen. Go to the top header where it says downloads and find your device. For me, it's Windows, and download the second one from the top. The reason we are doing this is because Audacity is owned by a company called Moose, and if you download Audacity through the Moose hub, they're going to try to sell you stuff, and the whole point of this video is that everything's for free and their stuff is not even that good. Anyways, once you have the installation file, click on it. It will load up asking a few questions. Just click next on everything unless you're the type to read terms and conditions, and once everything is installed, start up Audacity. When Audacity first loads up, you would need an audio file to work on. Of course, an audio file of your favorite song is not going to appear out of nowhere, so we would have to create one. My simple method I use is I just go to YouTube and screen record the song from beginning to end so I would have the audio. To be clear, this method is just for creating personal use audios customized strictly for your liking. This is not a technique to get away with stealing someone else's work, so what you do with the audio beyond this point is solely on you. But anyways, once my screen recording is done recording through the snippet tool, a link will be in bio if needed. We will now need to convert the MP4, which is the screen recording video file format, into a MP3, a audio file format, and to do that we'll be using VOC Media Player, which is a software designed to convert and compress different file formats. The link for VOC will be in the bio as well, and once you have it installed, open up the app where you'll see a black screen. Go up to Media, click on Convert/Save, a menu will pop up, go over to Add and find the screen recording file. When the file of the audio is in the file selection, scroll down to click on Convert/Save. For settings, make sure Convert has a blue dot and the profile is set to Audio MP3. Lastly, rename the audio and put it in the location in your files that you will remember and click Save. Sometimes it glitches and you have to do this step twice, but once you have the MP3 audio file for the audio you're using, go back to Audacity, go to the top right, click on File, Open, and find the audio you just created. If there is some extra space at the beginning or end I want to get rid of, what I like to do is left click, highlight, click on Zoom In, which is top left, highlight again on the spot I want to erase, right click, and click on Cut. To go back to where I started, I just click away, go to the top left and click on Zoom Out, and to move around to a specific location, that's really the best way to do it. Left click, highlight, zoom in, click away, zoom out. But enough with that, I'm now going to show you how to slow down and add reverb to your audio, and it's actually very easy. To do this, let's first make a duplicate of the audio to notice the difference. Double click the audio or hold Ctrl A and then click on Ctrl D, or the long way is copying and pasting through the edit menu found top right, and once you have the second audio, click on mute. Next, we will double click, go to effects, scroll down to pitch and tempo, scroll over to speed and pitch and click on it. When the menu appears, 1 is the normal speed of the audio. You can slow it down as much as you want, but for this video I'm going to bring it down to 0.8 and click on apply. Now when I play the first few seconds of the remake compared to the original, it's already going to start sounding different. Here's how it sounds so far. To play the other audio, just mute this one and unmute the original. Already you can hear some differences, so now let's add some reverb. I'm going to fix the mute settings, double click on the remake, and now go back up to effects. I'm going to scroll down to delay and reverb and click on reverb. A menu will pop up and to make your life easier, because I'm pretty sure you're not an audio engineer, if you go up to presets and settings, Audacity already has a list of pre-made reverb settings that professionals have already made for you. This is actually huge because I don't know any other software that does this, and the possibilities for this are endless. For example, this audio I'm using has a lot going on, so I want a reverb that's pretty subtle, like acoustic. To hear a small preview, just click down to where it says preview. maybe I can try vocal too. I wouldn't want a harsh reverb like church bells. That's just too much reverb for me, but even if you can't find the perfect reverb setting, you can also stack reverbs. So to show you what I mean, acoustic reverb setting was pretty subtle, so I'm going to apply it to my audio. Now I'm going to go back up to effects, click on delay and reverb, click on reverb, and now I'm going to go to vocal 2 and also click apply. When I play the audio, it has the right amount of reverb to where it's not doing too much and also not doing too little to where it's not noticeable. What you can also do to add to your audio to make it potentially better or worse, it's really your opinion, is add an echo. To do that, go to effects, go to delay and reverb and click on echo. A menu will pop up and I normally only change the top number. For this, I want the echo to be really close to the beat because a lot is going on, so I will set it to 0.1. Now when I play it, and that's when your opinion comes into play. All you have to do is go to edit, click on undo echo, listen to it, and to put it back to where it was at, just go to edit, click redo echo, and you can keep going back and forth comparing the two. But one thing that's really cool when you have a good slow and reverb audio like this is you can speed it up and it sounds totally different. To do this, go back to effects, scroll to pitch and tempo, click on change speed and pitch, and let's speed it up to 1.3.5 and let's apply it and hear it. Now instead of it sounding like a slow chill beat, it sounds like something you would hear as a pre-game warm-up. Now of course I could go all day playing around with different reverb effects, but I'm pretty sure you have a good general idea, and I now want to move on to how to improve the audio coming from your mic so you can use it for voiceovers, narrating, or for whatever. For an example, I'll be using the introduction of this video. Keep in mind that there is no perfect setting. We all have different mics and all have different sized rooms, but these settings I'm going to give you should guide you in the right direction and massively improve any audio. So once I have imported my raw audio file, I'm going to zoom into the beginning with no effects and see how I sound.
Have you ever wondered how people slow down and speed up their favorite songs, or how someone sounds super crisp and clear on the microphone like a professional podcast?
As you can tell, it doesn't sound very nice, but I'm going to fix it very quickly. I'm going to highlight a part of the audio I am not speaking. I'm going to go to effects, scroll to noise removal and repair, and go to noise reduction and click on get noise profile. What it's doing is it's sensing the background noise, and what we want is to compress it, or in other words get rid of it so you can hear my voice clear. To do this, double click the audio, go to effects, scroll to noise remove and repair, go over to noise reduction, and this time come down and adjust these settings. Put noise reduction to 12, put sensitivity to 12.5, put frequency smoothing bands to 7, and then click apply. Now that all the noises that we don't want are gone, let's boost up the noises we do want to an obvious level. To do this, go to effects, scroll to volume and compression, and go to normalize. When a small menu pops up, keep remove DC and normalize peak checked, have normalized channels at the bottom unchecked, and have amplitude set to -1.0. Amplitude is just a nerdy word for loudness. That's why when we look at the audio now, the audio is spiking across the screen and could possibly be discomforting if we play it right now. We did this purposely to bring out all the sounds that are happening currently, and now we're going to compress it to a comfortable, comfy sound. So go to effects, go down to volume and compression, and go over to compressor. I will have a side menu explaining the definitions of the settings in case you're curious, but generally speaking, I like to have threshold at -18, makeup grain and knee width are both effects for amplitude, or in other words loudness. So for example, if I put both of them all the way up and click apply, the audio is insanely loud. If I put both of them all the way down and click apply, the audio is very low. It all really depends on your recording. Like I said, everybody is different, and most of the time -10 and +10 are both good numbers to be around, but for this video I'm going to be putting makeup grain at -7 and knee width at +7 to even things out. Keeping these numbers the same, or if one is negative, having the other one positive, really balance things out, and I'm going to click apply and you can hear the difference.
Have you ever wondered how people slow down and speed up their favorite songs, or how someone sounds super crisp and clear on the microphone like a professional podcast?
As you can see, there's a major difference from the original to the remake, and if you want, you can leave it as is. If you want to add to it and add some more depth into your voice to give off a more professional podcast feel, there are 3 presets that Audacity has that I like to take advantage of that can be found in the filter curve EQ menu. Go to Effects, scroll to EQ and Filters, go over the Filter Curve EQ and a menu should pop up. Go to Preset and Settings, Factory Settings, and just like the Reverb, we have preset settings that professionals have already made for us. You can play around with this, but what I do for every audio, including the audio I use for this video, is stack bass boost, treble boost, and low roll-off of speech. To apply them, just go by one, clicking on them and going over to Apply. So I'm going to click on bass boost and go over to Apply. Now I'm going to go back to Effects, EQ and Filters, Filter Curve EQ, Preset Settings, Factory Reset, and this time I'm going to click on Treble Boost and I'm going to click on Apply. And of course you're going to be doing the exact same thing for low roll-off for speech. And now first I'm going to play the original, the one that we started off with.
Have you ever wondered how people slow down and speed up their favorite songs, or how someone sounds super crisp and clear on the microphone like a professional podcast?
And now I'm going to play the remake, the one that we just created.
Have you ever wondered how people slow down and speed up their favorite songs, or how someone sounds super crisp and clear on the microphone like a professional podcast?
And that's exactly how you would take a cheap recording and how you can boost it up to making it sound like it's coming from a professional podcast.
Anyways, that's just about everything. I truly hope you make some fire recordings with everything I've gone over. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can make more videos like this one. And if you would like to know how to use a free voice changer with over 100,000 voices, watch the next video. Remember, I am Ferg, and I'll see you in the next one.